you imagine a time when the truth ran free? The birth of a song, the death of a dream. Closer to the edge. This never-ending story, paid for with pride and fate. We all fall short of glory, lost in our fate. No, I'm not saying, yeah, I'm sorry. One day, maybe we'll meet again. Closer to the edge. Closer to the
Hey everybody, how you doing? Left 4 Dead Brothers Preston here, bringing you a video game walkthrough of Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Editions. Now, Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition is a combined piece of both Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Origins Awakening, as well as all 7 of its downloadable contents. Both games and the contents were developed by BioWare Edmonton Studios and published by EA. This game was released October 26, 2010, but the particular game part, Dragon Age Origins, that we'll be going over, was released November 3rd, 2009. Now, all I ask is that if you enjoy these videos, please just like and subscribe. All the help will be very much appreciated. Now sit back and enjoy the gameplay.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Alright, now, this video game walkthrough will be going through a personal build that I done, which is a Arcane Warrior build. Now, this build, or any of the builds that you will see me making later on, you do not have to, you don't have to copy it. It's entirely your choice. You can copy it if you want, or you can make an entirely new thing. That entirely is all up to you. I personally enjoy this kind of a build.
I have lost concentration.
Now, this is really the only tedious part in the entire game. And that's designing your character. That'll do. Now, like most mages, you want to have your magic and willpower increased. Personally, with this build, you would want your dexterity at least to be 18. I mean, at least 20. Because if you're going to be in there fighting everyone, you better know how to hit people. Now, there are two skills that is very highly recommended. One is in the creation tier, and the other is in primal. The first one is healing. Reason why this is important is, well, self-explanatory. You run out of kits, you're in the middle of combat, it's a good thing to heal. Winner's Grasp is the second one. This skill's good because it will either A, have the enemy suffer a movement penalty, or B, freeze them completely. And hey, let's face it, both of those are good results for you. So, let's play through the game.
On a cliff overlooking the dark waters of Lake Calenhad stands the Tower Fortress that is home to the Circle of Magi. This tower is the only place in Ferelden where mages may study their art among others of their kind. Within the high stone walls, the Circle practices its magic and trains apprentices in the proper use of their powers. But the Circle Tower is as much a prison as a refuge. The ever-vigilant Templars of the Chantry watch over all mages, constantly alert for any sign of corruption. This gilded cage is the only world you know. Found to be sensitive to magic at a young age, you were torn from your family and grafted here as an apprentice. Now, that apprenticeship is nearly over. All that remains is the final test, the harrowing.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Thus spoke the prophet Andraste as she cast down the Tevinter Imperium, ruled by mages who had brought the world to the edge of ruin. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. For demons of the Dream Realm, the Fade, are drawn to you, and seek to use you as a gateway into this world.
This is why the harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon, armed with only your will.
Alright. I have 3 choices here, and you can pick any one of these, but I'm just going to be saying what I would personally pick. And I'm going to be picking the first option. I am ready.
Know this, apprentice. If you fail, we Templars will perform our duty. You will die. This is Lyrium, the very essence of magic, and your gateway into the Fade.
The harrowing is a secret out of necessity, child. Every mage must go through this trial by fire. As we succeeded, so shall you. Keep your wits about you, and remember the Fade is a realm of dreams. The spirits may rule it, but your own will is real.
The apprentice must go through this test alone, First Enchanter. You are ready.
Alright, well, as you can probably already tell from the background story, kind of messed up. Getting torn away from your family at a very young age. From what I'm guessing in this game, it's about, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 years old. Kind of disturbing if you think about it. But anyway, as most RPG computer games, you have the default movement, which is WS80. Now, as for combat, it's very important to pause the game often. Now, the fun part about being a mage is that if you so much as see a target, you just select the spell, highlight the creature, and then let the animation do the rest. And if you time it right, you'll kill them before you get any damage done to you. Now you'll see me adjusting my camera angle a lot. That's always a good thing to get your bearings on where enemies would be, where we are going, where you're headed. Now there are a few other options that I will get to later in the game, but right now, we only have a specific number to do.